Let's fix this broken nail. I honestly use so many different methods for doing extensions, and it just depends on what mood I'm in. I do love to use a form and hard gel. Somehow the stars aligned with this form and I got it placed in like 30 seconds, which was a dream. But like 50% of the time I can't get the form placed the way I want, and so I will just give up and do a gel X tip. I just don't prefer the way gel X tips grow out. In order to do a fill, I think the fills are more seamless when I can do a form and hard gel. So that's what we went with today. I did prep this nail just like the rest of them, so it has a thin layer of rubber base underneath this, and then I'm going to do a slip layer of the hard gel. I'm using American Creator Framework. Once my slip layer is down, I'm going to grab a large bead of gel and work that down the nail. I'm applying this just like how I would for an overlay, but I'm just gonna go past the free edge onto that form. I realized I did not grab enough gel, so I did go back and grab another little bead to add enough for that free edge. And then I worked that down the form. These forms I think are a dupe of the Tammy Taylor forms, and I just got them on Amazon. This hard gel does self-level really nicely, so I just kind of let it do its thing. I did play around with it a little bit, and I did have her flip her hand over so that gravity could do some of that work for me. Then I just used my liner brush, kind of moved that apex where I wanted it to go, and smoothed it out any more that it needed. Once I was satisfied with how this looked, I had her stick it in the light. You can tell I messed around with it for quite a bit, just trying to get it self-leveled nicely. You can finish file after this is cured, but I just was trying to save myself some hassle. Once that got a full cure, I removed the form and it was time to do some shaping. I did wipe the whole nail with alcohol to remove that inhibition layer and then got straight to the shaping. While I was shaping, I did notice that there was a little excess gel on this left side of the nail. So I am going to finish file that area as much as I need. You can also use your e-file. If there's a lot of smoothing out you need to do, I will just get my sanding band or a fine grit bit and smooth it out. But luckily this nail turned out pretty good. It just needed a little bit of shaping, a little bit of finish filing, and it matched really nicely. When I am filing like this, I always try to check every angle. You want to check underneath the nail as well, and try to keep your file at like a 45-degree angle so you're not cutting in anywhere. I always think I'm happy with how it looks, and then I realize I'm not so happy and I just keep filing. So cleaning up these edges again and a little more finish filing on the top, just because I'm going to go straight into my gel polish application after this. So I want a really smooth, refined surface for this nail. Because I did remove the inhibition layer, once I was satisfied with the shaping of this nail, I am going to take a little buffer and buff the shine off of this so that the gel polish will stick. I have had gel polish peel clean off of a nail before because I skipped this step. You can also chemically etch the nail and do a thin coat of primer, but she's ready for gel polish.